great stories, I'm sure, to share with us from personal experience. Brittni, daily Traveltheworld. She's ready to go right now.
Traveling has always been one of my biggest passions, and it is still. Seeing new people, seeing new places, meeting new people, trying new food, hearing new languages, experiencing new cultures, just becoming more worldly, and in doing so, learning more about yourself. I'm very happy to have heard today about all of your travels, and I very much enjoyed it. I was surprised at the topic today because I didn't realize it was traveling. But there are many different kinds of traveling. I think one of the most underrated and somewhat misunderstood by Americans is backpacking. Let's just take a minute to talk about what backpacking means, because it means different things to different people. I think to most Americans, and especially Californians, backpacking is camping, but without a car. For many other places in the world, backpacking refers to traveling frugally from hostel to hostel and carrying your stuff in a backpack. I know some of your little voices are already going off. Oh, that's really nice, but traveling isn't for me. Well, I'm here to say, if you think traveling isn't, or backpacking isn't for you, then you don't know enough about backpacking. I've met all different kinds of people backpacking. Big people, little people, people with all different kinds of careers, people with all different kinds of family types and family situations, people with different disabilities, nationalities, ethnicities, races, genders, sexual orientation, financial situations, and age. You can never be too old to backpack. I once met a 70-year-old woman from New York State traveling alone by herself in Colombia. I met her at a hostel, one of the most fascinating people I've ever met. So now that I've convinced you about how much fun backpacking is, and how it's right for you, and you, and you, and you, and you, you're already saying, okay, Brittni, I really, really, really want to go backpacking, but I don't know how. So I'm going to tell you 4 things you need to do to plan your next backpacking trip. Okay, number 1, pick the place. We already had a little bit of this today in table topics, but I think picking the place is, the first step, and it should really come more from the heart than the head. I think you should, try to think of the first thing that comes to mind, open up and listen, and don't think about it. Where is the place that you've always wanted to go? What place in the world has always interested you? And if you're still stuck on it, this is what you're going to do. Get a globe, spin it really fast, and stop it with your finger. And repeat until you hit land. And that's where you're going to go. All right, step number 2, do your research. I know backpackers are, sporadic or spontaneous, but we do our research, right? So even if it's on the bus ride on the way there. So go to the bookstore, buy what you will soon be referring to as the Bible. This thing has everything you need to know. You can buy them by country or by region. By region, they're called On a Shoestring. I highly recommend Lonely Planet. This has everything you will ever need to know. And as Jeff was mentioning earlier, those places that you want to find underneath the Vatican or something. All the secret stuff in here. So, and there's just a little bit on every place you need. So I highly recommend this. Don't go to a used bookstore. Buy an updated version because you don't want to go to a hostel that's been closed for 3 years. All right, step number 3. Time to pack. Go to REI or any camping store. Get a backpack. going to. You can never pack too lightly as a backpacker. I'm an experienced traveler. My friends are amazed at how little I bring, but I still say I overpack. We really don't need as much as we think. So you do it as a challenge to yourself to pack the bare minimum, and you can always buy stuff there. So now we've picked out where we're going to go. We've done our research on the area. We're all packed. Go buy your plane ticket and prepare to have the most incredible, indelible time of your life.